Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Hot Grits and Haints. As you know, I'm Cece, and today I wanted to do something that's a little bit different than what I have been normally doing on this channel. And that is, I wanted to share with you guys this wonderful set of tarot cards that I picked up a couple weeks ago. And they are truly, truly magical. And the name of them is the Afro Fantasy Walking Tree Oracle. And I'm just going to read what the creator put on the box here. Plant allies, ancestor magic, and healing through ritual and ceremony. Ooh, yeah. And they were created by a young guy named Monticue Connally and illustrated by Jonathon Stalls. Now, what I like to do whenever I anytime I pick up any tools that I'm using, any type of magical tools, I always like to know who the creator was, right? So I did go on and do a little research on Monticue Connally, and I found that he had an actual website, and I just wanted to read to you how he describes himself on his website. He says that he is an African-American shaman, a seer, a father, an artist, a student of plants, an Afrofuturist, an Afro dreamer, and of course he's now the author of the Afro Fantasy Walking Tree Oracle. And in reading a little bit about his biography, it was actually very beautiful because he talked about how in the beginning of his life he felt like some sort of darkness was plaguing him. And he was having trouble sorting out these feelings because he was very sensitive to the world. And one of the ways that he did that was by throwing himself into spirituality and the study of plants and herbalism and all these things that are natural and spiritual. So he sounds like a really cool person. And then before I get into because I'm going to do a flip through for you guys, but before I get into the flip through, I just wanted to tell you guys that it is a little bit about what he says that he wanted to accomplish with this deck. So he says that, each card has a ritual attached to it that acts as an energetic code to summon healing forces. The major arcana cards can guide seekers to various herbal teas and different herbs. And the handbook also reflects sacred knowledge and medicines acquired through the experience of an authentic spirit medium. Now, I would suggest, because this deck is packed with so much in it, and you're going to see when I flip through it, to go and check out his website, because there's some other things that he talks about on there that is just very powerful, that I found very powerful. And I'm happy that I've discovered him, but I'm also sad that I had not discovered this person prior to this. But now that he's put these wonderful cards out here into the ether, I'm sure that more people will be seeking out getting to know who this person is and what he has to offer to the world. So I'm going to stop jabbering and I'm going to get to doing the flip through for these cards. Okay, so here we go, guys. Here's the box once again. And as I said before, the Afro Fantasy Walking Tree Oracle. So here we go. Let's get this box open here. Okay. And then we have as you can see, our booklet. And it's right at about 200 pages. And I'm going to flip it around here so I can give you guys a little bit of what's in the booklet, but it does break down. He has the introduction, of course, the types of spreads that you might want to use with this deck. And then he talks about going deeper, and then he talks about something called the 9 realms. So it's just very interesting and exciting here. But I know you guys want to see the cards, so I'm going to go on and do that here. Let me just take them all out of the box here. And the first thing that I notice about this deck is it's very beautiful. It's not fancy in the sense of being, having a lot of color or glow, but it is very, the cards just feel so good and sturdy. And I'm going to show you the back here. The back is just like kind of like a galaxy kind of thing here. And it's just very beautiful, very simple, but like an understated beauty, I guess would be a great way to say it. And so you have, and of course, as you can see, the cards are a little bit bigger than traditional tarot. They're about, I guess this is about what, 4x6 here. And there's 50 cards because as it says here, you know, it is an oracle deck. So it's not your traditional tarot card deck. And so here we have the Fool, as you can see here, the Magician. And I mean, just look at that. I mean, that artwork is just amazing. Absolutely amazing. And then we have our High Priestess here. I mean, look at her. She's just glamorous, you know, just beautiful. And then we have the Empress here. And then the Emperor. You can see, and we have the Hierophant, and very interesting. The artwork is just amazing. Like I said, I'm pretty sure that I'm familiar with Jonathon Stalls' artwork. It looks familiar. And then we have the Lovers here, the Lovers, the Chariot here, and then we have the Wooden Heart. You see that here? The Hermit, the Wheel. I mean, just look at that. The imagery is just very deep. Then we have Justice here. The Hanged Man, and look at that, it's like a set of lips, and then each of these symbols here have meaning, and that's what he was talking about with the 9 realms. So these cards definitely are going to have to be studied for sure. And then here's Death, and then we have Temperance, and our Trickster, Tower, the Star, the Moon, the Sun, Judgment, the World. Look at that. That eye. Wow. Scion. Bear Tree. Then we have the Ancestors here. Go look at that one. We have Mother of God. Ghost Tree. Interesting. The Healing Tree. So as you can see, he's playing on all of that botanical knowledge that he has. And we have the Commander Tree. Guru Tree. The Stranger. This is very interesting. unicorn, Sankofa, playing off of those African roots that we have there. And then we get into the suits, because he has earth, and then he has air, and of course fire. And I'm just gonna show you here what they are. So this is the earth suit, which is purple, very beautiful. Here, King of Earth, Queen of Earth, Prince of Earth. And then we have our Princess of Earth. And then we go into our air suit, our suit of air. So we have our King of Air, our Queen of Air, our Prince of Air. Sorry, Prince of Air here. And then we have our Princess of Air, our King of Fire. Look at that. This reminds me of my husband, because he's a Leo. Queen of Fire, Prince of Fire, Princess of Fire. I like this. If you notice, she's in like a little wheelchair here, so he has a lot of representation in the deck as well, which is really awesome. Really awesome. We have our King of Water, and we have our Queen of Water, and our Prince of Water, and our Princess of Water. And that concludes the deck. And I'm gonna probably do another, if you guys are interested, I will definitely do another once I've had a chance to study the deck more, because he has a lot of, like I told you, like the cards, all of these symbols here have meaning. And I would love, if you guys were interested, I could come back and do maybe a reading, or just discuss. We could just have a discussion about what you think about, you know, how the interpretation of these cards is. But that'll be all for today, guys, and I appreciate you guys sticking around to see the flip through. And I hope you'll go out and buy your deck of the Afro Fantasy Walking Tree Oracle. Like I said, it's a very beautiful deck, very meaningful, and you know, I would be interested to know what comes up in you guys' reading of these cards. So until next time, guys, I will see you later. And once again, this has been Hot Grits and Haints with Cece. See you later. Bye.